What's up everybody, welcome back to Nintendo Land, and of course we're talking about Mario Maker 2 and the future of Mario Maker, and we're talking about your specific wishes, and what we're doing for each video is going into one specific wish and going in depth as to how it would work in the game. And today's wish comes from Twin Time Productions, as we're talking about different weather patterns and weather changes within Mario Maker, and we're going to discuss about how weather can completely change up themes and make things a little bit more unique within the game itself. If you want your wish to be featured in the next video, make sure it's full of content and something very original that we can make a whole video on, not just based on ice flowers or something like that lots of you like to put down in the comments. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and if you enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like. It definitely helps out a lot, so please like the video if you enjoy, and subscribe if you guys are new to stay up to date on all things Nintendo. So the first weather effect we have is rain, and this will cause everything to be a lot more slick, and if you played any type of Mario game with Luigi, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The guy cannot stay on his feet properly. He slips and slides and goes back and forth across platforms, but it won't be necessarily as fast and as slick as ice, but just enough to kind of throw the player off a little bit. This can also enhance and change the way the level looks, because there will be rain constantly falling and probably downpours, or maybe you can control exactly how much rain falls. A little sprinkle, heavy rain, or whatever. But the rain could also make your jump height kind of decrease because it's pushing down on you, kind of like the waterfalls in New Super Mario Bros. And that would be something else that would be kind of unique to have in the game, kind of something pushing you down. You can't jump as high as you normally have, and the stage looks obviously a lot darker and a lot more rainier. The clouds are covering, and the stage just has this kind of cloud cover, darker look to it that would look really cool. Next up, we have high winds. Now, we kind of already have this with the night theme in the desert, but why not give us the ability to put this in other styles and other themes? Because maybe sometimes we just want regular wind instead of the desert blowing sand. And maybe you can also control this by deciding which direction it blows or how hard it blows. Pause. And then you can also decide kind of, if you want it to blow upward, downward, maybe like that updraft to keep you jumping really high in the air compared to normal jumps, or maybe something that would blow you forward in order to cross long gaps. And that would be something that'd be really cool to mess around with and change, because yes, we do have the desert style of this, but it'd be really cool if we had this in other themes as well. Next up, we have hail or acid rain. So pretty much hail is hard pieces of ice, and it hurts. And it comes from giant thunderstorms, and it could be something that you could put into Mario Maker. You can have a countdown warning as to when the hail starts falling, and maybe the hail falls for 5 seconds, and it gives you a 30-second break, which gives you time to find some shelter and to continue on with the level. It's a very interesting concept, and something else that I saw lots of people mentioning that I could do is also have the hail represent the giant meteorites that would falling down in the New Super Mario Bros. Wii volcano level themes, where these meteorites would fall down and you had to watch out from each particular one. So maybe, just maybe, you could have giant pieces of hail falling down at a very slow rate and you had to just dodge them like they were meteorites. Snow is something that we also kind of already have in the game. You can see light snowfall in the snow themes, but I'm talking about lots of snow. So what if there was enough snow to make the stage really icy and really slippery, more than the rain would? So you're slipping and sliding everywhere you go, like extreme slip and slide. But you can also make the snow extremely thick to kind of cover up the stage in a snowstorm. An exact replica of this I had in my mind was Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, the avalanche level, where you've seen the silhouettes of Donkey Kong and all the other characters, and the stage was just very aesthetically pleasing, and it looked really neat to see this, and the whole stage was covered in white snow, and you could just see the outlines of your character only, and of course the enemies. This would look really cool in Mario Maker, and I think that'd be a really cool concept to add over from Donkey Kong, and a nice thing to take from that game. But on top of that, I also thought of Forest Folly from Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, where there was giant snowflakes coming down, and they could actually do damage to you, so that was another option I thought about, but I really like the silhouette theme. I think that would work really well in Mario Maker. Thunderstorms will bring a combination of rain, thunder, and of course, lightning strikes. So obviously with the rain still coming, maybe some rain will splash on the screen like we've seen from Super Mario 3D World levels, but also you will have lightning strikes, which can actually strike you if you're not careful. If you have any high areas on your level, like trees or anything else that's stacked up real high, the lightning will strike, and it will be kind of like Breath of the Wild, where you'll see some static along the areas of where you're about to get striked at, and you will get struck by lightning and probably lose part of your health. This could be something that'd be really unique and also make you have to take shelter and watch out for lightning strikes, just like you do in Breath of the Wild, because they can absolutely clap you in that game. So if you see static anywhere, be wary. tornadoes? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What in the world is this going to do? Well, you could have mini twisters that maybe swing you around and throw you around, like in some of the Mario games, especially with Mario Galaxy. Those little twisters that could fling you up in the air and put you in a spin state could be really cool, where you slowly glide to the ground. Or they could be a little bit more vicious, where they actually wipe up and tear up the screen, and there's no going back. It's to continue moving forward, and if you go too slow, it'll eat you up. Kind of like the smog from the new Super Mario Bros. Volcano level. I'll be using this level for a lot of things because it had a lot of cool concepts, and this tornado would keep chasing you, and it kind of would look like what you see in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze again, because it had a giant aesthetic to the stage as well. There was tornadoes in the background, wind swirling, and maybe just gives you that full effect of a tornado with things flying around as well. Now, a tsunami would kind of do the same thing. It would allow a giant death wall of water to follow you, and you have to continue going or you'll get completely crushed and you'll die. Similar to the tornado chasing you. But you could also have an effect on the water. So if you're in a underwater stage, you can have the water swirl around, and maybe it's hard to swim in some areas, maybe some whirlpools form, and the water just shakes a little bit. And if you have levels with just a little bit of water in the overworld, that water will rumble, it'll shake, it'll quake, and it'll move back and forth. But then you can also, like I said, have that giant water wall chasing you, and you have to continue moving forward as fast as you can to outrun it. And last but not least, we have Fog. Now, we could have also thrown Sunny in here, but Sunny wouldn't really done much. It would just been the regular gameplay style. But Fog would make everything foggy, and similar to the wind/sandstorm I showed, with the sand blowing everywhere and making it really hard to see, it'd be kind of the same concept. Maybe this could also be the silhouette theme, but having fog all over the stage would be really cool for some creepy winter themes, and I just think it'd be pretty cool. You know, you just have to maybe ground pound in order to get the fog to go away like you can in 3D World, and it would just make it a little bit more mysterious, especially for those ghost house levels. And that is all the different types of weather I think could be added into Mario Maker 2 or the next installment with Mario Maker 3. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and thank you for all the comments giving me the suggestions on this. You guys rock. That was a lot of fun to create. And also, if you guys have any more comments or any more ideas for future videos, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. And remember to like the video and subscribe if you guys are new to stay up to date on all things Mario Maker. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.